Thank you for watching the Ranger Raptor specific installation video. This details just the specific parts of the Ranger Raptor, like the fuel tank and the crossmember. Other than that, the whole rest of the install will be the same as the Bronco Raptor 7000 series belly skid install video. Everything in the red box here is identical, Bronco to two-door Bronco to Ranger Raptor. Thank you. Hey guys, Tyler and Jacob here. We are underneath something different. This is a Ranger Raptor. We're going to show you how to remove this gas tank skid, the factory one, and put our new ones on.
All right, so we're going to start off over on the outside of the tank here. Got a couple of just 10 mil bolts that hold the plastic skid up to the frame. So we can go ahead and pull those off along the mounting bolt bar. Now we've got all three of those 10 mil bolts out. We got four 15 mil head bolts, yes, holding the fuel tank on. There's some fuel tank straps above this plastic that are holding the tank up. So what we're gonna do is loosen all these so we can lower it down, but don't take them out yet, because we're gonna put some ratchet straps through, hold the tank up so we can pull the skid down.
There she goes. Notice you have all the thread engagement on that one.
All right, and our last bolt is tucked way up here behind the lower link mount. Let's go ahead and loosen this one up as well. All right, so now that we've got the fuel tank skid loose here, we're gonna fish some ratchet straps in between the tank and the skid. That way we can tighten them up, hold the tank up, and then take the skid down. So with this back one is the little bit trickier one. So we like to just use some MIG wire or any stiff wire you've got to fish through to the other side first. So you can hook it to the ratchet strap, pull it back through. So shove this through here.
You can have someone hold up on the back of the tank and get that much space. It might help a little bit. Luckily, it gives you all these little tiny holes.
It's stuck on the... There we go.
And it's plastic. Bam, there it is.
Done.
All right, so now you're going to take your ratchet strap end, attach it to that. And then this part will really help if someone can push up on the back of the tank right here and leave the skid down a little bit. Then you can pull that ratchet strap through and good to go. Me holding up on it, he's got that much room now. Let's see if we can get her done. To go in between the skid and the... Oh, there it goes. And remember, mostly empty gas tank really helps this process, because this one's getting kind of heavy. And magic. That's the fun part, getting that ratchet strap through there, but that just ensures you don't have to take the gas tank all the way out. It's worth a little bit of time, make it a little easier. All right, with the back held up, they give you this nice little handle. So again, just pick up on it a little bit, and this one you can just put the ratchet strap through and fish it underneath to a good spot. It's like that. Piece of cake.
All right, so now that we got the gas tank held up by our straps here, we can go ahead and pull the skid, and the gas tank will stay up with the Ranger.
Ford, why are they so long?
It'd be cool if that would be further back, but it's okay. Can't reach.
People laugh at my 2-foot extension I have at home. This is why.
In front of it?
Yep. So we are under that strap, so you're going to have to go backwards if you can. You see it? And just like that, the plastic skid is hooked on the drive shaft. There we go. Plastic. See ya. All right, so now that you have the gas tank fully supported, we do have 2 of our fuel tank straps that'll go pretty much back in the factory spots. And then your gas tank is held up, and then we can go to installing the skids.
So up here we've got the front fuel tank strap. See, it's gone on to factory locations with factory bolts there. That's going to hold the front of the fuel tank and provide a mount for the skids. Now we've got the rear one here. This will also use factory bolts. So the long side goes up next to the drive shaft. It'll go right where the factory one went.
Sorry, the factory bolts are so long. It's not our fault. And sometimes these tanks do move a little bit when you remove the factory skid, so just keep that in mind.
And now all I'm going to do with is just get these closer to snug, but not tight, because we want to leave it loose until the very end.
We got a lot of threads to pull up.
All right.
Now your gas tank is supported, and you can get rid of all your strapping. This also makes it nice for the future. If you ever do have any Ford recalls, not saying that it'll happen or not, but now you just take the skid off, and then you can easily take the tank down. Now it's time to put up your crossmember. There are 2 bolt holes right here. Looks like they are M14 by 2.0, so there'll be 2 special bolts. So you'll put this up like that. Up. There it is. All right, so with the new crossmember secured to the frame loosely, remember we don't tighten anything all the way down until we're done. All right, this segment will go over where all of the crossmember nut sticks go into the crossmember correctly. So this is your Ranger Raptor crossmember. It will go side to side on the frame. The very flat side here will be engine side, so it'll point forward. This side back here with the tang will stick towards the back. Your gas tank skid will be right here and it will attach to this. So what we want to do is make sure that all these nut sticks go in their correct spot. They are tabbed to line up perfectly next to each other, but I will tell you which ones go where. So we'll start with this. This is the FRR 7040P. All of these are deep etched so you can still see the part number when it's zinc coated. P will go towards the front on the passenger side. FRR 7040R will go on the passenger side of the rear. So you see how the 2 tabs line up? That's how they're designed to work. On the driver's side, we'll start with FRR 7040O. 2 bolts, 2 holes. That'll go in the front there. And then FRR 7040Q will go right here on the back. So because there's a skid right here, we do add a little bit more. These can be added after the fact, but now you know where they go. All right. Transjack really does help with this part of this story, but true to fashion, I've got to have the lift up all the way for me to work underneath anything, so we're going to have to change strategies. I'm on my side, I'm in.
So,
unless you want to give me a carriage bolt, and I could just hook this.
we can do that.
So here in the back, you're going to use one of these carriage bolts in the little key, just like this, and I will walk around and show how the keys work. That, the washer and the nut, just to keep it held in place while we get some of the other ones in. We'll be stuck on over here. We're good.
We'll get started with these ones.
All right, so Jacob is lining up these 3 bolts here that go through the aluminum and UHMW into the crossmember, into that nut stick. First one's always the funnest, and then the rest of them will be perfect. But there is quite a bit of alignment needed on these just because we use so many mounting points. That's why we leave everything loose, because you can still tighten this when we're all done. So those are just like the crossmember, that's loose. Everything's loose for a purpose. So get those 3 started. Now remember, don't tighten anything down. We'll leave everything loose until we get to the last part.
Okay.
All right. So here's the little key in the back. So it'll connect the 2 brackets on the gas tank skid to the fuel tank strap here. Carriage bolt from the inside with a nut and washer on the outside. Same thing here. See, this is why we talk about alignment, because you do that and you line them up. Carriage bolt from the inside, good to go. Just like that. And on the other side, there's a little bit other hardware that's needed. All right, so this is probably the one bolt that is going to be the one everybody forgets about. So I'm going to go in here. You see there's a hole right there, and there's actually a threaded nutsert on the inside of the gas tank strap right there. So we provide a hex head 3/8 bolt, and it threads in just like that.
All right, so now we've got our last nut stick here. It's gonna go in for these 4 holes.
We did the same thing with the 392.
Yep, it goes in there
Perfect.
like that. And then we've got this spacer piece of aluminum and UHMW that will go on all at once here.
I think Jacob and I need t-shirts that say, all right, so that's how we begin
Every time.
So, damn it. All right, so I'm going to do a counter on how many times we say it in each install video.
Yep.
How many are right so's.
All right, so we're gonna leave this just a little bit loose, because what we're gonna do now is put on this corner cap piece. So there'll be this little piece with 3 riv nuts in it, and then just a small little 2-hole spacer. That spacer will install in the back 2 bolts. We actually don't want this button head in here now. So you have button heads, spacers will look just like that. Purpose of that is it's gonna slide around this guy like this, so we can put the button head in and secure that into the slot. And then we'll use our last carriage bolt in from the back here. And before we tighten any of that down, 1/4 inch countersunk bolt into the riv nut in the bottom. Now, start over here.
I was trying to help.
And we'll get this guy. And now we can go ahead and tighten all of the rest of the 3/8 bolts down. All right, that's that.
All right, so with your gas tank skid in place with all the hardware and the supplied nut sticks that go in for each, there's a nut stick that's going to go here to here. There's a nut stick that goes here to here. Nut stick that goes here to here. Nut sticks everywhere because the frame is weird and they help out, but they're very easily bent up and put in the right spot. So we're going to tighten down all of our parts. I normally start with the gas tank straps themselves. So we'll hit both the gas tank straps front and back, and then we'll go on to, tightening down these 3/8 that go into these two plates. This one back here that we told you about. And then this row, these two, this one, this one, this one, and that one. And then your gas tank skid will be tightened down, and then you can go tighten down the rest of the skid system. Thank you for watching the Ranger Raptor specific installation video. This details just the specific parts of the Ranger Raptor, like the fuel tank and the crossmember. Other than that, the whole rest of the install will be the same as the Bronco Raptor 7000 series belly skid install video. Everything in the red box here is identical, Bronco to two-door Bronco to Ranger Raptor. Thank you.